what I'd like to take a moment to do is to talk through audio and also some audio enhancements that we can make to the on-camera or the microphone audio that we capture with a video project. In this case, I have a video file that has the audio, which we captured actually in our studio using a lapel microphone, and it's very high quality audio. But I also captured two other bits of audio to utilize with this. The first being is actually cell phone audio. I have a cell phone capturing the audio for this video clip, which is a great improvement over on-camera audio, which is about the camera being about 10 feet away and the microphone on my cell phone being about 10 inches away from my mouth. It's a great way to capture and to improve the audio quality. So that's what this second audio file is. Same thing goes with this other clip 4 audio. This was actually recorded on a camera that was placed closer to me. It was actually, there's a camcorder sitting here. And when I listen to this audio, I can probably rank these in my original audio using a lapel microphone in the studio, which isn't always available. Probably is my best audio. Then it goes to my cell phone audio, which is clearly better than that small, tiny microphone on the camcorder, which again is even further away from my mouth. And in this case, this camcorder is far closer than it will probably ever be used to capture audio. So the audio will just fall off as it moves away from the subject. So again, a lapel mic, professional audio, is a great thing to have. If you can't have that, you can go to a cell phone and attach the audio in post-production like I have done here. And the same thing goes, I have a second audio source. I'm just using the camcorder to pick up another level of audio. But again, I can definitely tell that this audio is not as good given that the distance is further away from the subject, and also that it's a much smaller, it's a lesser quality microphone built into those camcorders. Now, one thing you can do is still take the audio, and in this case, I have the audio detached from my video file. That's why it's dropped all the way down below it. But if there were background noise that was being captured that we want to remove, and I want to talk through the process of removing that background noise. So in here you can see I'm not actually talking. This is something I would later edit out, and I plan to edit out. But you can see me getting the camera set up and some of my microphones rolling. And I have this dead background audio, but in here I can see that there is definitely some background noise being captured. And this little bit of background noise is something you can eliminate throughout your entire audio file in another piece of actually free software called Audacity. And I just want to show you how to go through that process. So to get your audio out of Final Cut and out of your video project and isolate the audio so that way you can improve the audio in a tool better designed to handle that audio correction, we need to export this audio. So currently I have my active video and my active audio set up. In this case, I want to export just the audio because I don't want to deal with the video in Audacity. It's not going to allow you to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and export, and I'm going to actually export that master file, the original files that were captured when we captured the video and the audio for this project. Now, what it's going to allow me to do is to go into the settings, and instead of exporting video or audio together, I'm going to change it so that it's audio only. And in this case, you'll see the file size changes. It drops all that out, and it's going to export it as, actually I got an MPEG-4 here, and this is just the audio of the MPEG-4. And what it's going to allow me to do is to export this as you would any of your video files, and that file can now later be used in Audacity. And I'm going to next pick up with an Audacity tutorial on how to eliminate that little bit of background noise that may exist in your audio. Now, having exported your audio from Final Cut Pro, you want to get it into Audacity. And Audacity is the window I have opened here, and down in my dock you can see it's the blue headphones with the waveform in between it. And to get your audio file into Audacity, pretty simple, going to File, Import, Audio. And you just got to go and locate the file that you've created. In my case, I'm going to go to my desktop, and I have a test piece of audio that I'm going to open. All right, and now that I've opened this test piece of audio, I'll go through and play it here. Okay, and I recorded this using the Blue Snowball microphone right into my computer, and it's a very good, crisp, clean piece of audio. And I do have this little bit of background waveform outside of when I'm talking. That is the little bit of audio that it's picking up from, well, my classroom. And in this case, I can definitely hear the blower noise. I can't really hear any light noise in here, but sometimes you can even pick that up on camera with the fluorescent lighting in my room. But currently, I do have some background noise going on here, and you can see that it's a rather repetitive and very, very similar throughout waveform here. So what we want to do is actually isolate this little bit of background audio and try and eliminate it from the entire clip to get the cleanest copy, or the cleanest piece of audio that we can use. And again, this is just a mic test, but you can do this with your entire piece of audio from an earlier video project. So what we first want to do is to take a look at this and see that, yes, there is background audio we want to remove. And there's an option in Audacity under Effect called Noise Removal. Now, Noise Removal, when you open it, is going to first look for a noise profile. The background audio we want to remove will be that noise profile. So I'm going to exit this and select a good sample of that background audio. So this portion before I begin talking is a great sample of background audio. If you're out shooting a video project and you know you're going to be capturing background noise because, for instance, you have to use on-camera microphone and you need to record and you need to work this audio out of your file, well, don't talk give yourselves 5 seconds of dead time and let the microphone record this background audio that you can later remove. So we'll go to Effect, we'll go to Noise Removal, we'll apply a profile to this. So now it's captured this noise profile. And what we want to now do is go back into Effect, the same Noise Removal, and we now want to apply that profile. So first it captures the profile, and then second it's going to come back and actually remove that from your video. Actually, I need to deselect that. So I have the entire clip now selected or active, and I want to Noise Removal. And depending on where you have this set, it'll probably come in by default around 24. And I'll do an example. I'll give you an example of noise removal at a 24. And I'm going to hit OK. And 24 is typically where the default that it comes in at. What you'll notice is it completely flattened out that background audio. What I like to do before I use this clip, just because I can see it's gone, doesn't mean it's exactly what I want. A few issues that you may run into, and I'm not sure if it's going to work with this clip, but we'll play it through. Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2. Okay, that actually still sounds very good. A few issues that we run into is if you remove too much noise, that 24 setting was too much. What you'll often notice is the voice turns in, it can sound like you're talking into a tin can, and it's probably too much noise removal. I'd rather have a little bit of background noise and a nice, clean, natural sounding voice than to get rid of all of the background noise if it's going to distort my ideal audio, my voice in this case. So just be careful. You can always take that down, and you can see that my default before this was, instead of 24, was taken all the way down to probably a 17 or a 15 amount in the noise removal, which will leave a little bit of waveform in this dead space, but it's better than completely distorting my voice. And in this case it worked at 24, but just be aware that you can knock down the amount of noise removal that you go through. And if you don't like it, come back in here. I just Command Z'd it and to undo that noise removal, and you can come through here, and there was too much noise removal in the previous one, for instance. I can go and set it at 17 and go through that same process, and I can start to see there's a couple little blips out here that were not removed. If I play through this, I can see there's a little bit of left and right audio coming through when I play it, but I don't really hear it. Mic check, 1, 2. And then I got my nice clean audio file as well. So it is an improvement without going too far. And I definitely find that this type of audio editing produces a better quality than the stuff that I'm finding, the noise removal tools found within Final Cut Pro. So again, another tool, free tool that you may want to consider using when improving the audio quality in your video. Now that we've removed the background noise from this audio file, in Audacity you need to export the file so that you can re-import it or replace it back into your video project. So when you export this file, you need to be aware that by default this will probably be set to a WAV, which is a Microsoft audio file, and we want to change that to an AIFF, which is an Apple audio file, and it works very well with our files in Final Cut Pro. So what we want to do is pick where you're going to save it, any titles that you're going to give it. In this case, I'm going to just change it Test Audio 2 because I already have a Test Audio on the desktop, and I'm going to hit Save. It's going to ask you, and you can put some metadata in the background of this audio file. I don't need any of this because I'll never see it in my video project. So I'm going to hit OK. And the file should have been placed on my desktop and can later be imported back into my Final Cut video to improve the audio.